So here we go. Sunshine, map preview, sixes. Everybody crouch for the demo. And demo is going to go out this way. And everybody just follow. Going left side. We're going to go to choke. Demo's going to call. He's going right side, which is passive. We're more likely going left side, which is a little bit more aggro. So you can spam down the choke there. As soon as you come down here, if my health is up, arrow the demo and then go back to healing people. Good place to be is on here. We should have our one of our soldiers get up on top of the bell tower.
In the hexes, you cut out there when you're
the Tetris.
Or Tetris, yeah.
I call these Tetris because of the patterns. It's like Tetris there. So I'll call out damage if I'm doing a lot, like you're taking a lot, basically. Sometimes they'll come under here. Sometimes I get picked. Sometimes I can dish out a lot of damage and then fall back if I can get away with it. So I'll probably test the waters. For that, we need one soldier to take the high ground if possible. Maybe our other one could take Tetris, or if we're going left, and our roamer can get a little more aggro and get up there. Our scout should probably be around here. And one back here with our med, probably up in the shack here is a good spot for a combo.
And then I can sit, behind the shack somewhere.
Yeah, well, I would actually be out in the open a little bit unless I have a sniper, so you can see a bomber coming at you.
That's what I'm thinking of, because if I'm near the choke, then it makes me way too susceptible to just get knocked into the choke, and then all of a sudden I only have one route of escape, and that's for the choke, which they can easily spam at, especially.
It gives you reaction time.
Yeah.
So it's better to see him if you can. Also, it's a bit of a bait, so while they're focusing you, they can be focusing them. As long as your health doesn't get too low.
Before, like they bum rush me, and then you guys clean them up and then win the mid, and I'm fine with that if we can win mid and then even get a nice advantage on second.
Yeah, I do that as med. I'll bait people as med and then let them come in after me, and then our team picks them off. So you have to have faith in your team to do the DM.
Okay, so teams don't push off of last once they get to last.
And if we're going right, then our roamer should take this Tetris here, and we can start spamming over there. Maybe our pocket then could go up to the bell tower and just be ready to arrow people with the bell tower. Arrows you do pretty good on this map too, because we're going to be a little bit spread out as well. Okay, so if we start beating them at mid and they usually start backing out, okay, then usually we'll have one scout cap, one scout only cap. The two scouts, you guys just say, I'll stay. Work it out between you. If you're the only one up, then it's a given who stays. And then we'll start pushing through the choke. If it's more stalemate-y, our combo may come and push through the valley right here. So be careful of traps through choke. Demos like to put them right here as they're coming through. So just beware. If you think you see a little sticky in one edge, just go to the other side and kind of keep your distance from it as we're coming through. This fence here, soldiers like to get up there and spam from there. It's a good spot. Same with up top of that fence too, which is the valley fence. So we'll call this a choke fence. That'll be the valley fence. This, of course, is a cafe in through here. Nice pack right here. To get, a lot of times, the enemy's trying to get away from you. He's coming out here and he's taking damage. He's going to go for that pack. It's a good place to put your rocket right around there. Kind of anticipate what they're doing. Okay, and then you got a nice pack down here. So, usually the combo doesn't come through the cafe, but we can. You want the flank to generally be opposite of wherever the combo is. Unless they're wiped, then it just go the fastest route. Or one up kind of thing. Alright, so as we're coming into the spire, then just again, one scout cap. We can kind of test the waters. You can see if there's stickies here, come in from the edge. Don't come in straight like that and die. So just kind of edge it a little bit. And then we have, you can come up through here. They like kind of defending from up through that window up there quite a bit. This is dungeon down here. So you can kind of harass them up around the point there from here. Even distract as we're about ready to Uber in. So feel free to say, Scout, can you distract? And sometimes you can push from Ubers down here, not the best because you're in the low ground. So generally, you want your Ubers to come in the left or the right. This is the more common side, which is the main. And this is the right side here, so we'll call this flank.
Fine.
Okay. Any questions up to this point?
No.
Okay, so pushing last, if we're even on our Ubers, we need to get a pick. We just don't push in 6 on 6 because the inevitable will happen. We'll come in, we'll use, then they use, guess who's got the Uber advantage, and we have to get out. So we always need some kind of advantage, whether it's a little bit of a medic advantage, Uber timing, or whether it's a number. Generally, you just have to, our medic should watch for that. If you can't remember if we killed our med, then ask them, and then we can take it from there.
That's my job to ask people if we kill their med.
If you forget, you should track it as your job.
I really need to
once
get
you go
better
down.
at that.
That's okay. Work in progress. So we've been doing something right. We're winning a lot, so that's okay. All right, so what we can do, if the combo's pushing through here, then our flank should be up there, and we're going to put a pincer on them. If they have a sentry, be sure to call out the sentry gun. You see a lot of off classes in this map. Pyros, heavies, snipers, and engineers are the common classes. Sniper usually doesn't do as good, so generally you'll see a pyro, maybe a sentry gun, heavy. It's heavy, I like kind of playing back around here, out of harm's way, and then you can just drop down through here. If you get into a running match, you can go ring around a Rosie. This little pillar right here. And this demo, what I'll do is once we push in, I'll generally hang back here and put stickies on the point, so if anybody comes in and tries to block, then I det, and you guys continue to cap. If it looks like they're pretty well wiped and the clock's going down, then that's when I get on the point. So hopefully I don't get caught off guard and not see anybody, but that's been known to happen too.
Depending on the game state, it might even be better just if our teams failed to push, maybe you just abandon trying to cap last and maybe back up to second and maybe try to see if you can get a few picks to slow them down.
Well, the other thing too, and it's a little bit of a game, but what you can do is you can wait and let them think that we're all pushing back and gone, and just have somebody here ready to roll. And as soon as you think they're all going, then you make your move. And just take on any 1v1, even if it's a heavy, a soldier, scout, go for it.
I guess if
we're
you're
just for the prospects to capping.
More if you want to try to get some nice sneaky back caps, you should really equip the pain train.
Not me, but I'm talking about scouts like Danny. He's really good at that.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just saying if you're looking for sneaky back caps, that's a really good weapon for that. Cut time in half for cap time. If you're the only one capping, that is. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I've used it. Although I don't
for the Hail Mary strat, and I've never.
Right.
And I know it's fine if you don't like to use it. Honestly, the downside's pretty negligible. And the upside's pretty negligible for most of the game. But if we're talking about back caps, it's really good for that.
I used to run a painting all the time, but I kind of switched over to the skull cutter a while back. But yeah, I don't usually go for back caps, so just once in a blue moon as a demo. Usually I try to encourage our scouts to do that a little more. It's a little easier for them to get in there and plus they double count.
That or we could run Pain Train Roamer.
Yeah, so.
Pain Train Roamer.
Okay, so go. Any questions on pushing last?
I have a few points.
Go ahead.
So, when we're pushing last, I feel like we're focusing too much on the point itself. Because if we just immediately bomb onto the point, then we're on this little box that they can just spam, and we all die, and we get wiped, and we lose the game. We're sad.
At least try to kill half of them before we get on the point. And or key classes like Heavy and Engineer and Sentry Guns.
What I've seen on higher levels is what they do is they just kill all the players around them, and then cap the point. Because if we wipe them, that's a free point. But if one of us just bombs onto the point, and they die instantly, and another goes on the point, and they die instantly, that's just going to be death. We're not going to win that push. And so capping the point when they're all still alive should be like a distraction play. I run on the point, and then Moy traps it off, and then kills them when they try to stop me.
I see.
Yeah, it's a two-edged sword because actually, if you get on the point, it actually lures them to get on the point to block it, so that I can kill them easier as a demo. On the other hand, so that means that saves you time picking them off around the periphery.
Yeah, but we don't. Yeah, exactly. But we don't want to just tunnel the point.
Yeah, it's situational. It depends who's where.
Yeah,
If there's two of you and there's 5 around, you're not going to make it. It's
Like
not good.
if our whole team just tunnels to the point and forgets about the players, we're gonna lose that push.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And I had another thing, but I can't remember it.
Okay. All right. So that is. Okay, let's talk about holding now. So that's offense. So now we're going to do defense. And like I said, heavy NG. If you have time, build a gun. Something, and we talked about this before, Danny. If you're an engineer and you get a gun up, okay, that's just a distractor. It's going to go down. Their Uber is going to focus on that. So once they're coming in with Uber, the thing to do is you just come back and spawn, and you just get ready. As soon as your gun goes down, you just come up heavy, or if someone's running heavy, maybe pyro, and then you just come back in their face. So now, not only that, it's like having an extra sentry gun, and then 6 of you. So just be ready once they're Ubering in. Just get in spawn and just be ready to off class. Don't do it too quick, or you'll take your gun down by yourself. So wait till your gun goes down, then switch classes, then come back out immediately and re-engage.
Connected?
Oh, the team are playing?
Yeah, can I send them?
They're pretty early. Don't give them yet. Just wait for 5 minutes. Okay, so that's off classing. I'd like to see just scouts only off classing, not soldiers, because you guys are too valuable. You can sit up on top of that little bridge there. You can spam rockets up through main. Good spots on top of these barrels here. And you can shoot down there and shoot there. Periodic shots. You got a nice little ammo pack right here.
Splash is too valuable to give up. The splash damage.
Yeah, especially in defense.
And especially the crowd control, because you can throw people up in the air with the rockets and just make it an easy kill.
Now that being said, if we're having trouble getting our sentry gun down, you might want to come up direct hit if you die, and then you can start working that gun with direct hit and help out the demo. If they have a gun up, then we're going to take the Uber and then the demo. If they don't have a gun, then a scout and soldier, and then I'll stay behind. Okay, so then push. Go ahead.
When someone's peeking a choke point, call it out. Like, especially if I have a sentry and they're just able to shoot it free, don't have to have someone watching every choke.
Yeah, you don't want your gun spammed out.
Yeah,
by a soldier.
And if you see anyone peeking too aggressively, just call it out so we can jump on them.
And I can help, like, put pipes there to help deter it too. So what you need to do is, Danny, is, hey, I've got a soldier left side, he's on my gun. And then you should get help.
We don't need too many people guarding my gun. There's one person holding the choke point, and then other people guarding other things should be fine.
Watch out for spies too in offense. They may run spies. You see it on occasion with this. So if you're heavy, try to keep your back up against the wall to deter the spy, or maybe you're right here. Right. So that's one good thing you can do. Let's just watch for that. Okay, so let's just say we have an advantage. One person stays less unless they're wiped or unless it's been cleared. So if we're going to clear it, someone needs to go, okay, dungeon's clear, okay, flank is clear, main is clear. Just keep your eyes on a swivel and watch out for anybody that could be hiding up in little special places or down here. If you're clearing out the dungeon, you want to kind of come here and just make sure, okay, dungeon's clear, and calling it that way as we're pushing out. If we clear it, then we can all push out. If we don't clear it, we need somebody staying on last, ideally the roamer. If at any time, this goes for every map, if our pocket goes down, then our roamer takes the place of the pocket till the pocket's back up. If our combo scout goes down, then our flank scout takes the place of the combo scout until our combo scout's back in position. So that way it gives our med maximum protection. So okay, so we're going to push out. And ideally, they're getting back. We have numbers, so we should win that fight. Not a whole lot to talk about on that one. I think usually they're going to egress out to the cafe, out to the valley, and out through here. I'd like to see our flank work together, and I'd like to hear calls about baiting. Okay, soldier, I'll stay here. Scout, let me try to bait them. Or soldier, you're here. Scout, I'm going to try to bait them. Be cognizant of the wall thickness for shadows. I saw that in one of the demos I was watching the other day, or Twitch things. It was real apparent. There's somebody, you could see the shadow right through the wall. So they're going to know if you're hunkered up right against that wall. They might see it there. So what you want to do is keep that, 6 inches just away from the wall, just enough where you're still kind of hidden, but they're not going to see you in the wall with their video card.
Too thick.
I don't know about this wall. Maybe this wall is, but there are walls around that aren't too thick. So just be aware of that anytime you're going to bait. It's better to be safe than sorry. But our flank scout and our roamer need to work together a lot.
We should
Go ahead.
make a main color for the flank. That way,
Yeah.
one of you guys is,
Okay.
doing the coordinating when it comes to that.
Yeah, I volunteer because trash is way too loud.
What do you mean by that? Wait, what do you mean? Aren't you pocket
Trash
still?
is loud.
Trash is
Yeah.
not even gonna listen, probably.
Yeah, he's pretty
He's very
aggro,
zoned out.
voice wise.
Also, we have a ringer, so our link might not be like completely synced.
Let's go. Say something.
I mean, Flasco
Hey,
and
I'm here.
Danny.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah, both of you like talk all the time in general. You both should be completely in sync. I better see like complete sequence.
Okay, let me carry on here. All right, so a flank, and if you both go down, you need to call out our flanks down, and then we start holding a little more passively, and just watch our flank carefully, like the cafe or the valley, until our flank comes back up. So that's sort of an important thing. But don't be bashful about calling it. Just say, hey, our flank is down, and that's just the way it goes. That's okay. I mean, it happens. And then work. I want to hear a lot with the flank soldier scout, or use hand signals like you shoot. Like you look at a soldier and go there, kind of thing, and or the soldier will go, hey, bait him. You don't actually need to have to say the word if you can do motions or signals, and then that way you're not cluttering up the comms as much, and you guys start gelling and working together like a well-oiled machine. That's what you can do. Is like you go there, I'll go around there. Okay, and it's intuitive. You kind of know after a while about that. Okay, so. Again, we're going to push out of second after we have some kind of advantage, whether it's an Uber advantage or whether it's a numbers advantage, then we go. Till then, we don't go. What I like kind of doing is kind of flanking with the combo, kind of coming around here, hug the walls as we're coming around, so we're not as apparent. If they have somebody here, they're less likely to see you, or they peek. If we're coming in from this side, they may not see you, so you might get more of the element of surprise. Just be careful of traps. So if you're going to come out, just watch for stickies around there, for example, and then there could be stickies all over. And then, go ahead.
When we shove our whole combo through the flank really quickly, I feel like that would only work when their flank is aggressive. Because if our flank is just back there, and our combo just floods in there, and their combo is going to come back and destroy you.
One thing I like doing is even like wrapping. But one thing, if we all come in like through flank, we usually get a pick. That's almost a given if we're quick. So now they're 5 and we're 6. Oh boy, we just lost our guy. Now they should get a little more passive.
That's the thing, because if we just obliterate their flank, and that's a really good advantage. But there can be a problem if we all go through valley and they just come onto our second.
But it's not going to be all, because our flank should be opposite wherever our combo is, and that's always standard. Unless they're wiped.
Trash sometimes
Moe,
not
are you almost done?
rotate, even though we call it.
Almost.
done?
Yeah, a couple of minutes. Okay. So now we get this. Now we push. I'll try to wrap it up here real quick. Okay. And so combo, we probably come through valley. We might come through choke, and the flank's going to be opposite. On the blue moon, if we're in the right positioning, then we might come through cafe. And then when we come to mid, hopefully we have an advantage. Watch out for the bell tower. Watch out for people down below. And then if they're getting out of choke, spam it with rockets and with stickies and pipes out through there.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of my deaths on mid have been because of scouts coming from below and no one ever checking below. It's surprising how many do that. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys.
Soldiers will rocket jump from down here too, and they'll pop up, and I've died. There's demo, I don't even know they're there, and they get me. So yes, it's a good point. Okay, is that it? Any questions?
Do you guys still do the mound defense?
The what defense?
The
Mound?
defense. Like we did on a process. You remember that, Moy?
Okay.
Oh,
Sending them
on that.
info.
We might call it. If we want to do the mound defense, what we could do is like do it from the shack. Have a soldier here with a rocket. Okay, scout demo ready here, and a scout here. So 3, 2, 1. Scout goes like this. Okay, demo pops out, puts rollers, and then you put a rocket right in there. So we'll just call every time we do that, the 3 combo players, we'll call that the mount defense, regardless where it's at. Yeah, please do. Okay, everybody come on red, and we're done, Sam. Thank you.